Oh. Did I lose it? No. 2025-2026 Grad Rebel Advantage program. Please continue to grab lunch and kind of settle in, but we are going to go ahead and get started so that we can stay on track for time today. I'm sure we'll have some others joining us later. Okay, so I'm Alyssa Gardner with the Grad Academy. Excited to welcome you all. Today we will go over the program a bit. We'll hear from Grad Admissions about important steps in the UNLV Grad Admissions process. We'll enjoy an inspiring keynote talk. And we will share gratitude for our program partners and the graduate student mentors who are here to help you all out throughout the year. At the end, you'll have an opportunity to connect with your mentorship cohort. So if you're not sure you're at the right table, please check in with us staff members, myself, or the front desk folks. And at the end, you'll have an opportunity to connect with everybody and, really set the tone. Okay, so one other note, if you have a completed bingo card from when you checked in to turn in, please turn that in back at the check-in table, and we will announce our prizes as we get towards announce our winners of prizes as we get towards the end of the presentation this morning. Okay, so before we officially begin, let us take a moment to consider those who came before here in our land acknowledgement.
The University of Nevada, Las Vegas wishes to acknowledge and honor the indigenous communities of this region and recognize that the university is situated on the traditional homelands of the Nuwuvi Southern Paiute people. We offer gratitude for the land itself, for those who have been stewarding it for generations, and for the opportunity to study, learn, work, and be in community with this land. We encourage everyone in the UNLV community to engage in continued learning about the indigenous peoples who work and live on this land since time immemorial, including the Las Vegas Paiute tribe and the Mawapa Band of Paiutes, and about the historical and present realities of colonialism. As one of the most diverse universities in the United States, UNLV believes it is important to recognize and appreciate the use of Southern Paiute land as part of its mission to be a welcoming and inclusive place for working and learning.
Thank you, everyone. So a little bit about the Grad Rebel Advantage journey. So this program is designed to help you demystify graduate school and the whole experience. You'll explore whether grad school is the right path for you, learn skills and strengthen your application materials, and ultimately prepare you to be successful once you get to graduate education if that is the path you choose. Lovely, okay. Okay, so why Grad Rebel Advantage? What are you in for this year? So the Grad Rebel Advantage program, or you'll often hear us call it GRA, provides mentorship, workshops, and professional development opportunities. We aim to make graduate school less intimidating and more accessible by connecting you with mentors, peers, and resources. 3 key reasons come to mind when you think, why GRA? First, clarity. You'll gain a deeper understanding of what graduate school is really like. Second, preparation. You'll learn how to build a stronger, more competitive application. And confidence. You'll gain tools to help you succeed if you do decide to go to grad school. Even if you're still unsure about grad school, this program gives you the chance to explore your options safely and confidently. No go. Thank you. All right, so this is probably what enticed you to join the program. Apply and sign up to be a part of Grad Rebel Advantage. Here are the benefits and activities that you'll engage in as a Grad Rebel Advantage mentee. So today, of course, is our kickoff event where you get oriented and you get to meet your mentors. Throughout the year, you'll participate in workshops, in mentorship sessions and activities. And at the end, we will celebrate your achievements with another big event like this for our commencement of the program. So think of it really as a timeline for your personal growth journey. Each step will build upon the last as you move throughout the program. So everything is detailed here as far as what the perks are of participating. Mentorship, of course, is the key, connecting with a current graduate student who will help guide you through the process. If you do complete all the program requirements, you'll get a $100 scholarship award, and you'll also receive an honors cord and a certificate. You got your t-shirt today, so please wear that with pride. And then workshops and events. So you'll participate in special workshops and activities designed to support your grad school journey. I'll talk more about that. Application preparation. So we're really devoting a lot of programming this year to help support those application materials and help you develop those. And then lastly, peer support. So not only are your mentors here to help guide you through everything, but you're in a community with your cohort. So I hope that you also lean on each other and share resources amongst your group. So this is exactly what you need to do to officially complete the program and, check off all your boxes and get your scholarship and honors cord at the end. You'll attend events. If you cannot make it, please let us know in advance. We always can provide accommodations if need be. You'll participate in at least 3 out of your mentor's 6 scheduled meetings, which you'll have an opportunity to talk about during the mentor discussion part of the event today. You will complete your application advantage activities. So that means drafting your personal statement, which we'll provide training on, and recording a practice grad school interview video. We will ask you to attend 5 workshops. You'll get to choose from a number of to see what fits best for you. And complete 1 campus cultural experience and submit program assessments. So you have the whole year to complete all of this, plenty of time. Everything will be submitted through your web campus course, which everyone has access to now. So this is a single place that you can keep track of all your work. The course modules also break down all of these requirements in detail and provide more thorough instructions. So I like to say, again, mentorship is really the biggest part of this entire program. And it's the cornerstone of Grad Rebel Advantage. Mentorship provides guidance, connections, and accountability to help you navigate this graduate school preparation process. So your mentors will help you clarify your goals and explore whether grad school is right for you. They'll help you access resources and opportunities that you might not be able to find on your own. And they'll help you build confidence and develop skills through feedback and support. But remember, mentorship is a two-way street. So come prepared, ask questions, and engage fully with your cohort meetings. Accountability and growth are key in mentorship relationships. So here's how it works for the Grad Rebel Advantage program. You have your mentorship pods. So again, if you're not sure you're in the right group, please check with our staff. But these will be the groups seated at your table today. There are others who couldn't be here today, and you'll connect with them at the first meeting. There will be 6 meetings per year that your mentor is going to schedule with all of you, plus monthly email check-ins and your dedicated web campus group for ongoing discussion and resources. So you can communicate within your cohort group via web campus or via Google Groups. The commitment on your end is to attend at least 3 of the 6 sessions that your mentor is hosting. Definitely encourage you to attend more if you can. And ultimately just want to highlight the impact, because past participants in this program as a key factor in their grad school success. Okay, so here's my call to action for everybody today. Mentors, be champions, connectors, role models. Your engagement can reshape someone's path. Mentees, be curious, open, and accountable. Ask questions, share your aspirations, and follow through. Together, set shared goals, stay connected and accountable, and celebrate progress while learning from challenges. So before we move on, I'm delighted to share a special message with you all from our Dean at the Graduate College, the amazing Dr. Alyssa Crittenden.
Good morning, Rebels. My name is Alyssa Crittenden, and I'm the Vice Provost for Graduate Education and the Dean of the Graduate College here at UNLV. I'm saddened that I could not be here with you in person to greet you, but I wanted to give you a warm welcome to the kickoff of the Grad Rebel Advantage. I'm absolutely thrilled that you're here to take advantage of the amazing resources and opportunities that this program has to offer. The fact that you've taken the steps to be here brings you one step closer to being successful in your future graduate education. And the Graduate College is here to support you, no matter what your journey may look like. I'd encourage you to be open to life's possibilities as you work through this program. It's important to remember that you're finding your own path, whether that means graduating with your degree and starting your career, or embarking on the journey to start graduate school. This program is here to guide you in making these important decisions for your future. There are many folks available who you can reach out to as you work through the program, many of whom are here today. So don't hesitate to ask them questions as they share their resources. I'd like to thank all of the campus partners who helped make today a success. And I'd also like to thank the graduate student mentors who have taken the time to show our undergrads the way. Without you, this would not be possible. No matter which path you choose to take after graduation, you deserve to find your joy and success. We are here to help you on your journey. Thank you.
Okay, so as Dean Crittenden shared, we're here to support your journey, and there are many others that can support you, like the campus met in the hallway. But it's just that, it's your journey, right? It's your path. So should you start your career now or pursue graduate school first? Which degree program is the best fit for you? Do you want to pivot directions or continue moving straight ahead? We are here to support you in that, no matter where you are today or what questions you have. In this program, you'll have a chance to explore, to grow, and discover. So that is it for me for now, and I am very pleased to welcome Irene from Grad Admissions to the stage to share important steps about the admissions process here at UNLV.
Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Irene Iwanlo. I'm the Graduate Admissions Counselor and Recruitment here at UNLV. So welcome today. We're excited to have you. If you have any questions, of course, with Grad Admissions, we're here to help as well. So one thing that we are very excited here at UNLV, we do prestigious recognition, the R1 Carnegie recognition with a lot of research on campus. So it just shows that we do we're very proud to hold this prestigious recognition. We're here to, help students with whether it be programs in researching on the campus and partners with some as well. We do offer over 190 graduate programs and certificates here at UNLV. Again, we want to help you stand out, not only help you with your educational goals, but help you with your career goals as well. So one thing is every grad program has a graduate coordinator who's there to assist you. They're your advocate from day one to the day you graduate. So again, we want to give you that support that we offer here at UNLV. When it comes to the admissions requirement, we do require a bachelor's degree from a regionally accredited institution. or if you're an international student, as long as it's recognized as an internationally recognition for a U.S. bachelor's degree as well. The overall GPA for most of the programs is a 2.75 GPA. If a student doesn't have a 2.75, what they'll do is they'll look at your last credits of your undergrad as well. Now, one thing to remember, if you're applying for grad school, we do need all transcripts. So you may be attending here at UNLV, which is great, but let's say you attended a junior college or transferred over from another school, we do need all transcripts from your post-secondary education. Now, during your admissions, we only need unofficials. We do not need officials through that process. Once a student's accepted, they'll give you some time to submit those official transcripts. Again, additional requirements are needed when it comes to the program. We always encourage our students to definitely read all the program details in the category for the program, but connecting with your coordinator, because some of the programs do have additional supporting documents that are needed. So again, it's really important that you do prepare. We always tell students to prepare. You want to give yourself some time because some programs do require standardized testing like the GRE or the GMAT. So you don't just want to get up and take this exam. You want to prepare, utilize the tools that are there for you. Also, supporting documents are, for instance, letters of recommendation. So this is the perfect time to start talking to your professors and let them know that you're thinking of going to grad school and would they mind being your recommender. Thank them, of course, for doing that as well. And again, sometimes they want statement of intents as well. This is a great way for you to introduce yourself to the department. That's why I always encourage students to talk to your coordinators. One, you're introducing yourself to the department, and two, they can give you more of an insight of what the criteria is for that program. So you definitely want to make your face known and get to know them as well. So with the application, you will submit your application through the Grad Rebel Gateway and submit all of your supporting documents with that application. We repeat this in all of our info sessions over and over and over. Deadlines. Not all programs have the same deadline. So we tell students, one, you want to prepare for your application process because it does take time, as I mentioned, but also every program is different. They can have different deadlines. So I always tell students prepare for that as well. And we at Grad Recruitment, we're here to help with anything when it comes to your admissions criteria to help you get to that next step. But when it comes to the deadlines, you want to make sure, because we are not able to override those deadlines. Application open dates. For the fall, we just opened on September 1 for the fall of next year. For the spring semester, it's February 1, and for the summer is July 1. Again, plan ahead. And some programs also may be only offered once a year. Some of them may be offered in the summer. Some of them may be offered every semester. So it's really important that you do read all of the criteria for that particular program to make sure you submit all your items on time, but also the supporting documents as well. Again, when it comes to timing, planning, we always encourage, give yourself about 3 to 6 months to really get yourself getting those things in there. So, again, connect with the coordinators, get some feedback from them, but give yourself some time to prepare for your application process. When it comes to funding, we know once you obtain your bachelor's, there are no Pell Grants for our grad students, unfortunately. However, we have opportunities for our grad students to apply for your FAFSA. We always encourage to apply for that FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid. Here at UNLV, we have over 1,000 graduate assistants who work on campus. Not only that you may be applying to, but you want to take a look to see what open possibilities when it comes to your grad assistant positions. What a grad assistant is, it gives a student opportunity to work on campus up to 20 hours. It can pay up to 9 credits per semester, which right there, it's a great opportunity to save with money. Also for our GAs, they're able to receive a monthly stipend between $17,000 to $22,000 per year. But again, we always encourage students to really take a look at the portal or Handshake to see what possible positions. Again, connect with the coordinators because maybe they have GA opportunities. So that's a food for thought to think about when it comes to helping paying for school. We do offer $5.7 million in awards and scholarships, not only for our new students, but current students as well. Again, connect with the department to see what possible opportunities to help you when it comes to paying for school, even outsourcing. Do the research. Maybe you work for an employer who pays for education. Check state scholarships. You want to take a look. For grad, I know a lot of people say, oh, there's no scholarships. Believe me, if you do the research, I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy peasy, but there are opportunities out there to look for those scholarships. Every little bit counts. We also have scholarships that open in our grad college from October 1st to December 1st. So you want to get together with the grad financial services team to talk about possible opportunities and the departments. One benefit about living in Nevada, the low cost of living compared to some states. There are no state income tax, and of course, we want to help our students with local discounts, tickets for the entertainment here in Nevada. So again, we do hold, I know some individuals came to me, they recognize my voice. There are a lot of info sessions that we hold. We try to help our admissions when it comes to our students, helping you get as much information. At Grad Admissions and Recruitment, again, we're here to help you have a smooth transition with your admissions criteria because we know it could be overwhelming, so we want to give you that support, connect you with the right department, and, again, also attend functions. This is one that we're holding, our grad fair. Please feel free to join. We have our QR code where if you want to register. It's on October 1st from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the PETA Plaza. That's another great way for you to come out and join and also get to know the departments that are going to be out there representing for that school. So again, it's a great opportunity to interact. There's a QR code, but again, you can always come out to our table if you have any questions as well. But again, we know that taking that next step for grad school can be a little overwhelming, and I assure you, we're here to help you have that smooth transition through admissions and get you to that right department. We also hold information sessions as well. So again, we have our grad events, so feel free to join. We work really close with our departments to hold info sessions. We do them virtually. Sometimes we have in person. Feel free to join. They're free Zoom meetings. You can always sign up and have a virtual meeting with that department, and gives you an opportunity to talk to the department as well. And again, thank you so much. My name again is Irene Iwanlo from the Graduate Admissions Counseling and Recruitment.
We have Mike. Yeah. Thank you, Irene. Marketing here at the Graduate College. So welcome, Diane.
How are we feeling? The room is a little too quiet for my taste. How are we feeling? Good? Now, how are we feeling? There you go. That's the energy I am hoping for. I am looking for that. Let me tell you something. I am really, really excited to be here. How many of you are following the Graduate College on social media? Some of you, okay, we're going to change that right now because I want everyone to take their phone out and scan this QR code. You can follow us on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on X And I'll give you a few moments to do that because, listen, I'm the Director of Communications and Marketing at the Graduate College. So before I do anything, I must market the Graduate College because some of you are current students, right? You're current grad students, and most of you, I hope, will become grad students. So you get to know what we are up to. So I'll give you guys a minute to do that. Look at you guys being all compliant. I love it. I love it. And if you're a campus partner and you're not following us, you get to do that as well. You get to do that as well if you're not following us. I promise this is the last plug I'll do. So if you are a grad student in the room, this coming Tuesday, we are going to be having a Grad Rebel self-care session. And with that session, we're going to have the opportunity for you to actually do some breathing, which Talitha, you can say hi. Talitha is going to guide us to that. We are going to be having a journal session, and we are going to be having a session for you to color as well. So I am going to try to shout and see if you guys can hear me, because, yeah. Can you guys hear me if I don't use the mic? Okay. We're going to do it that way. I will comply and use this mic. We're going to have so much fun. All right. I'm glad that you guys were able to scan that, and I hope that we get to see a lot of RSVPs in that form, Talitha, because they should all the grad students here should be RSVPing to this. But today we are not just here to promote the graduate college. We're not just here to invite you to events. We are going to be talking about success. We are going to be talking about self-mastery. And how many of us love success? Yes, I do too. I heard that clap. I love that. I saw that. Table 3. That is my favorite table so far. You guys have some time, maybe table 1, table 3, whatever that's table 3. Table 3 so far is my favorite table, and all the rest of the table, you have time to make up to then become my favorite table as well. So we are going to be talking about success, but how do we actually achieve success? One of the things is that when it comes to success, these are some blueprints we are going to be talking about. Habit tracking, self-awareness, and proactive change and consistency. Those are some of the key things that I have realized that are the blueprint for success. And let me tell you, I read a lot of books about personal development and professional development, and I feel like a lot of them come down to these few things. One of my favorite quotes is, "You will never change your life until you change something you do daily." So what does that mean? It means that the things that we do every day, they actually matter. The things that we do every day, whatever it is that you're doing every day, whether it's something positive you're doing every day, it will add to either your success or your downfall. If you're doing something positive every day, it will also add to either your success or your downfall. So it's not a matter of changing everything about our lives overnight or changing everything together. It's about changing one thing, and that one thing can then compound to other things. So when it comes to habits, right, when we are thinking about habit, what is the first thing you do when you wake up? Well, just think about it. What do you do when you wake up? And what do you do when you have some free time? What do you do when you get home? So I read this book last year. The first book I read last year, it's called The Compound Effect. And one of the things you're going to learn about me, I love books and I talk about books, and that's all I do. If I talk about a book and you're close to me, you're going to know that I read that book, because I can keep quiet once I read a good book. So that book, The Compound Effect, I read it early last year, and it says that to keep track of everything you do for 2 weeks. I thought it was crazy, because I'm like, what do you mean I need to keep track of every little thing I did? So I love a good challenge. I tracked everything I did. I put it on my phone, on my notes, and then I realized when I get home from work, I was sitting on my couch for like 3 to 4 hours. Literally, I eat dinner and I just sit on the couch for like 3 to 4 hours, and I would just binge watch a show. I was watching Young Sheldon at that time, and the episodes were so short, so it's like you don't even realize when you spend that time. I'm like, I'm just sitting, and I also love popcorn, and I'm the type of person, when I go to the movies, I would start eating the popcorn at the beginning, and then I want to still have popcorn. By the time the movie actually start, I'm already done. That's why I have to always buy the extra large one so that I can have enough to carry me to the entire thing. So I realized I was eating so much popcorn at night. And I was like, okay, so the book suggested that I would replace one thing that I was doing. I was replace a positive thing with something I think will not add to my success. I was like, okay, I'm already sitting on the couch every night. I already have 3 hours that I'm watching TV with. I'm just gonna read. I'm just gonna read for 30 minutes and see what happens. So I was like, you cannot be that correct. You're telling me, oh, you don't have to make up this big thing. You can just change one thing. I was like, okay, I'm already sitting on the couch, which we're not gonna give that up. We're still gonna sit on the couch. We're still gonna eat dinner. So I end up just changing that. And I'll tell you a little bit what happened. But another thing too, you have to be okay to know yourself, right? When it comes to habits, when it comes to success, you have to be okay knowing who you are and accepting the things you need to change, because you can change what you don't know needs to change. That's why I would actually challenge you, if you want to go on this journey and track the next 2 weeks to see what you actually do with your time, you would be surprised what you find out. Maybe you already know and you don't need to know it, but I did not know. So I had to take that challenge to find out, okay, I actually need to do something. So you cannot change what you don't know. And sometimes things might look crazy to other people, but if it matters for your success, you should do the things that you think matters to you, even if it looks crazy to other people. I got rid of my TV. I don't have a TV, and people think I'm weird because I don't have a TV. If you come to my house, we're gonna talk, or we're gonna read a book, or we're gonna do something else, but it's not gonna be watching TV because I don't have one. Well, I kind of have one. It's in my closet, but I don't use it, which is, I don't use it, right? So some things might look weird to other people, but if it matters to your success, you don't have to explain yourself. I don't have a TV, and you don't even live there. Why would you worry if I don't have a TV, right? If you come over, we're gonna just talk. And it's always good to tell other people that are close to you, people that it will matter to them. It's always good to tell them so that they can keep you accountable. So when I decided that I was not going to be watching TV, I was going to be reading instead, I told some of my friends about it. And then one of the things for me in college as an undergrad, I was the most talkative person you will ever met. I don't think anything I've changed. I've grown a little, but I haven't changed that much, right? So when I used to study in groups, I would be the person that would be the disruptive one. Like if I was there, nobody would study. And no one was telling me because I'm nice. So no one wanted to hurt my feelings. But then my grades started to hurt my feelings. So I was like, okay, we can't keep doing that, right? So I had to learn I'm just not a group study person. And I love people, but I'm just not a group study person. So I had to be okay with knowing that about me. It doesn't say I'm a bad person. It just means that I should study alone. To the point where I went to Florida International University. I would always say that any chance I get, I am a dabble Panther. And we had the second floor of our library, which was, you can talk at that floor. You shouldn't be loud, but you can talk on that floor. And then we had our silent floor. So if I was on the second floor, even if I was studying by myself and you are passing by and I know you, we would be talking. I would be talking about everything and anything and forgetting that I'm there to study and you're probably there to study too. So that also didn't help. So I ended up studying on the silent floor, because on the silent floor, if you are talking, someone is gonna shush you. So I was like, okay, that's what's gonna work for me. I'm gonna go to coffee shops to study, and I'm also going to just study on the silent floor of the library. That's what worked for me. So I learned that about myself, I think, a little late. I think I was a junior by the time I learned that. It was a little late. So I think most of you that are undergrads are juniors too. So if that's you, it's okay. There's hope for you. So I learned that, and I made that shift. And also, that also translates to my work, right? So I'm still very talkative at work. I'm still a very social person. But because I know that, sometimes I go to my colleague Val's office all the time, and sometimes I'm there for too long, and I'll just stand. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit down. I'm just gonna stand at the door, so I'm not there for that long. I already know that about myself. So you can't hurt my feelings if you tell me I talk too much, because I already know I talk too much. But I do something about it, right? I put focus time on my calendar, because I know if I don't have something on my calendar, if I don't have an alarm to tell me you need to go, then I'm gonna keep going. That's also why I have my laptop up here, so I can look at the time, because I can go on forever thinking there's nobody that's gonna talk after me. So I do these things to help me. But the thing is, you have to learn to know yourself, because when you know yourself, then you can do something about it. Now, if you need someone to MC for you, someone to be the life of the party, I'm also gonna be that person. We're gonna have a good time. But if you need someone that's gonna encourage us to study and not talk, you probably shouldn't invite me for that. So there's always gonna be pros and cons in life. You just have to know who you are at your core, and then what it is that you want to change about it. I don't wanna change who I am. I'm just going to slightly moderate who I am based on the environment that I'm in. And this is my beautiful bookshelf. I promise you, I have way more books than that. And this picture is not here. It's not just random. I'm going to tell you why I showed you that. So this is last year. These are some analytics from last year. So last year, I started to test out the compound effect method, and I ended up reading 37 books last year. All I did was read for at least 30 minutes every single day. There are some days I missed, but I read for 30 minutes every single day, and I ended up reading 37 books. And I was like, okay, let's see if we can make it to 40 this year. So as of today, I'm at 26 right now, and I'm hoping that I make it to 40. I think I can make it to 40, or at least stay at 37, the same as last year. So I only changed one thing. I just changed watching TV endlessly with just reading, and it was just, I'm just gonna test out this theory, and it works. So I want you to think about, what is one thing that you've been saying that you need to do that you haven't gotten to? For me, I still haven't made it to the gym, and I think we'll just try again in 2026. So maybe for you it's something else. Maybe for you it's eating healthy. Maybe it's starting your grad school application. Maybe it's starting a business. Maybe it's following up with someone. Whatever it is that one thing is that you've been thinking, I need to do that, but I actually don't have time. We all don't have time, but the reality is we make time for the things that we care about, and we make time for the things we want. If you want it bad enough, you're gonna make time for it. Until you want it bad enough, then you're not gonna make time for it. And the thing is, when it comes to reading, or the change you're gonna make in your life, consistency is the most important thing. Change takes time, and you have to trust the process. It's going to be hard, right? You may not succeed at first. There were days when I've just started reading. There were days that I would read, there were days I wouldn't read, there were days I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read for at least 10 minutes, and I counted that. And I use this app that actually tracks everything for me, so I can put my time. It also makes me feel better about myself that I know I'm reading for that much, so it makes me feel so good about myself. So the thing is, you have to persevere in order to see the results, because no good things come overnight. Whatever great things that we want in life, we just have to continue to work at it. We just have to continue to persevere, and we just have to continue to work. So if you're gonna try start a new journey and you think, okay, this is gonna take a while, it is gonna take a while, right? Rome was not built in one day. So whatever it is that you are going to do, don't say you don't have the time, because you do. You just need to make the time, right? You just have to prioritize certain things. And you just have to stay consistent, because the thing is, if you're like, okay, I'm gonna go on this wellness journey, you're not gonna wake up tomorrow and have a six-pack. If you do, call me and tell me what you did so I can do it too, because you're not gonna wake up just have a six-pack. It just doesn't work that way. But then, little change will actually amount to a lot of things. You just have to continue to work at it, and eventually you will actually get there. And James Clear, who is the author of The Atomic Habits, which is one of my favorite books, one of the things I love that he said is, the most effective way to change your habits is to focus not on what you want to achieve, but on who you wish to become. And I think that is so true, because I think after I got to book like maybe 15 last year, I started to say I'm a reader. Like, I'm a reader. I love to read, right? So my identity changed. Now I'm the person that gives all the books recommendation. I only really read one genre, so I only have one kind of recommendations for you. But anyways, it's still something. So I became a reader. I became the person that if you need a professional development book or self-help books, whatever you want to call it, if you need one of those, I probably have it, because I even have my own little library system. It's an honest system. You have a form to fill out, and then I bring the book. It's mostly for people at work. I just bring the book to work, and you can just check out your books that way, and I know where to find them. So they're going to return my book, right? So I became this person that now I have a library. I collect books. I buy too many books that I can read. But I became this person. So my identity changed, right? I introduced myself as a reader, because the thing is, and one of the things that the book talked about that I'm like, okay, maybe that's true. Now I started attracting people who reads. I started to just find out people reads, because the thing is, my colleague, I'm going to say it again, Dr. Burke, right? I didn't know she loved to read when I first met her until we started talking, because now we talk about books, what she's reading, what I'm reading, we recommend books to each other. We would have never started to have these conversations if books wasn't so integral into who I am. So if we talk long enough, I'm probably going to mention a book. Or if you talk about something, I need to work on this, I'll be like, I have a book on that. You should read this book. And just today, we were talking about something, and I brought a book to Dr. Burke. I was like, you should probably read that again. So I do that all the time. So you would become the person that you would identify yourself with, whatever it is that you want to work on. It's going to take time, but there's everything. There's nothing that you cannot do once you put your mind to it. And really, awareness is key. You can do anything. I really believe that you can do anything that you put your mind to. I don't think there's anything you can put your mind to with hard work that you cannot do it. So English is actually my third language. And when I came to the US 13 years ago, is it 13? Yeah, 13 years ago, I did not speak English at all. And I had to learn it, and it was hard, but I did it. And now I'm talking to you in English, and you can understand me. At least I hope. So you can understand me, right? So there's nothing that you really put your mind to that you cannot do it. So whether you're thinking about grad school, you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Do it. I don't know do it. I'm working. I went to grad school and I was working full time. So, and I still had, my families, my friends, I still had a life, right? Well, maybe I didn't really have a life, but that's another thing, right? So whatever it is you think about grad school, and I'm going to say this to myself too, because one of my colleagues recently told me, Diane, you will never have the right time for you to do your doctorate. You just have to do it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm going to tell you the same thing my colleagues tell me, is that the right time will never get there. You just have to make the right time the right time. The right time is now. You just have to choose whether or not you are choosing that it is the right time. And some of the tips I really want to leave you with is, tracking your habits. I love to journal. And you should come to the journaling session I'm having this coming Tuesday if you are a grad student. So I love to journal, and if you don't know how to journal, don't worry, I can teach you how to do it. So just come to the session we're gonna have. So really journaling daily can be a great way to cultivate a great habit. One of the things I do every day, every night before I go to bed, I just write things that I'm grateful for. And I really think when we are grateful for the things that we have, then it's harder to, gripe about the things we don't have. So I journal about the things that I'm grateful for. And really be proactive. Don't wait to start tomorrow. You can decide to change something today. So by show of hand, who is going to change at least one thing today? Okay. That's good. And I saw your hand. So next time I see you at it's the ceremony, reception, whatever do we call it at the end of Grad Rebel Advantage? Commencement. I'm going to be here and I'm going to ask the same. I don't think I'm speaking at that, but maybe now I am. Maybe now I will be speaking at it so that I can see how many of you actually did something, because that's a lot of months from now. A lot can happen from starting today until around April, May. See, so much can happen between now and May. So if you're deciding to working out, listen, you're going to be in such great shape by the time I see you. So whatever it is that you are deciding to do, start today. Don't wait for tomorrow. If you're thinking about, okay, I'm going to go to grad school, at least start looking at the application. Start looking at when the due date is. Start to do something about whatever it is you want to do. Start something today. And whenever you are done with that, you have to be consistent. Because Rome was not built in one day. I have some book recommendations for you, of course. So one of my favorite books is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It's a self-awareness book and self-discipline, and it talks about the habit tracking that I mentioned. I love that you guys are taking pictures. I'll give you guys some time. You guys make my heart and soul happy. I love books. And then the second one is Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's one of my favorite books. You're going to see if you read both, there's some overlap, but then there's some things that are different. The Compound Effect is a lot shorter. If you're like, okay, I want something short, sweet, and straight to the point, you should read The Compound Effect first. And by the way, they're not even paying me for that. I need to reach out to these authors, because every presentation I do, I talk about their books. This is going to go on YouTube, and I'm going to share it with them. Maybe I get some of that cut. And another book will be Deep Work by Carl Newport. And it's really about goal setting. It's about time management, because when it comes to managing our time, we all don't have enough time, right? And there's some of the techniques in the book that you're gonna be like, you really want me to do that? You want me to lose my job? So one of the things, it talks about how often you should and should not check your email. And I was like, are you telling me to not check my email? My job depends on email. And it was talking about focus time and all these things. And I was like, it actually works. I only check my emails at certain times of the day. I check it in the morning, not the first thing I do in the morning, maybe around 9 o'clock. I check it again midday and at the end of the day, but I don't check it throughout the time because it takes time away from the work. But based on what your job is, maybe you have to check your email every hour, but most of the time you actually don't, because if someone needed you that urgent, they could have called you. Anyway, let me not say that it was my job. We're going to cut that part out in the recording. I never said that. If anyone said I said that, I will deny it. And one of the things that I mentioned last year that I thought I would mention again is that when you know yourself, no one can crush you with your weakness. And when you know yourself, you'll always be ahead. And when you know yourself, you will always be better. Because I know who I am, you cannot crush me by telling me I talk too much, because I know I talk a lot and I love it, and you love me for it. You can either love me or hate me. There's no in between with me, right? And when you know yourself, you'll always be ahead, because I know this is my weakness. I use it in my advantage, and I use it to get better every day. And you will always be ahead of the game when you know the things that you have to work on. So I really want to encourage you today to really take a step, whatever it is that you have to work on, for you to start today, because tomorrow is actually not promised. So you want to start working on it today. And I just want to leave my information just in case you have any questions or want to reach out. I always love to stay in touch with students. Well, thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you, Diane. Always inspiring. So I just have a few more additional remarks to share with you all before you break out into your cohort group meetings. So first off, Grad Rebel Advantage, as you probably noticed from the partners in the hallway, is a very collaborative program. It takes many campus partners to make it happen. So I just want to take a moment to acknowledge all of the units on campus who support GRA in one way or another, which is this big, long list. One of the key ones is the Office of Undergraduate Research. So I would like to call to attention a representative who's here from there today, Nicole Thomas. So if you have any questions about research, the Office of Undergraduate Research, she's here for you as well. If you're considering grad school, research is a great thing to have on your CV as an undergrad. So they are a wonderful resource to take advantage of. Also would like to call out CSUN specifically because they are the ones who sponsor all of your scholarship awards at the end of the year. So we're very grateful to CSUN for that continued sponsorship. Okay, this next group deserves a very special acknowledgement, our graduate student mentors. So for the mentees in the room, applicants are selected very carefully to become mentors for Grad Rebel Advantage. This year's program was particularly competitive. So the mentors at your table today, they really earned it and they're excited to be with you, and they showed that to us. The mentors in this room are really incredible individuals dedicated to sharing their experiences and supporting mentees in your own journey. So without further ado, let me go ahead and announce our groups and mentors. All right, so we have AJ with Business and Finance Pathways. Would you wave or stand up? All right, awesome. Thank you, AJ. We have Andre with Neuroscience and Clinical Psychology. Awesome. We have Ashley leading our Emerging Business Leaders group. And we have Charlene leading our Education, Leadership, and Policy group. Charlene. Charlene is also a Grad Rebel Ambassador, just putting that out there. We have Christy leading our Therapy and Social Work group. And we have Leah with Hospitality. Okay, she's arriving a little bit later, guys. We have Jamie with Counseling Careers. Jamie, you're in here? Hi, Jamie. Jonathan with our STEM Innovators group. Hi, Jonathan. And we have Karen with Clinical Psychology. Another wonderful Karen with Law and Public Policy. We have Christopher with our School Practitioner Pathways group. And our last two groups are a little bit larger. We actually have co-mentors. So we have Maria and Malika with Arts, Humanities, and Creative Professionals. And we have Emily and Stephanie with Aspiring Health Professionals. Awesome. So thank you so much for joining this program and for your efforts in the year to come mentors. All right, my final few words for you all. What is next? So I ask you to engage fully in all your program activities. So you can turn to your program checklist to guide your requirement submissions. This is all available in Web Campus as well as the deadlines. You can stay connected with your groups through emails or through Web Campus or any other means that your group determines together. That's totally okay. And reach out to your mentors, coordinators, and peers when you need guidance. Okay, so as we get ready to break out here, First off, I want to remind you of your bingo cards. So once we break into groups, if you haven't completed your bingo card yet, you'll have a few minutes to do that. I think I'll announce the winners a little bit later. Announce the winners about like 2:30. If you do have a completed card, you can bring it right up front to the stage, but just so you know what's on the line, these lovely prizes are for our selected bingo winners. So you do have some goodies waiting for you. All right, so also I just want to add, I think there's some confusion with cohort groups. So mentors, they all have their group roster. So mentors, if you wouldn't mind just making sure those at your table are on your roster, and if not, our team will help move folks around and get you all in the right spots. So thank you very much. So lastly, just remember, this is your journey. We are here to support you, but you're the one driving it. So are y'all ready to get started? Then get hands up. Are we ready? Okay, awesome. So for the rest of today's event, your mentors will lead your groups in a conversation, get to know one another, be a support network for one another, and plan for the year ahead. Thank you so much. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll announce bingo in a little bit.